The graduate symposium, it was really interesting because we had a lot of people doing analyses of comics, and also I presented on a comic that I created. So having the conversation move between creators and people who are studying comics was super interesting, and we all kind of got to the same point.
From there, it was just a process of thinking about how do we bring professional scholars and then student scholars together to get them to talk about their work. Not only snapshots of current research projects, but also just in general what it's like to do work related to comic studies.
I think something I do like about SOLCON is how much emphasis there is in the community, and the fact that you all bus kids to here, and sure, we're selling comics and stuff like that, but it feels like it is very much about giving people all of these resources and stuff like that, which I really appreciate.
Well, at least with my experience while the other expos, it's phenomenal, just a group of talent. You get to learn more about the other voices that are pervasive out there within the cartoon culture, but you don't really get to hear in the mainstream. So this gives everybody a chance to be heard, and there's a lot of talent out there. I think it's being ignored by the mainstream, if you will.
Being here in this space has been really great because kind of the more mainstream, larger Comic-Cons or just fan communities in general can be kind of hard for people of color and from marginalized backgrounds. So I think having a space, particularly SOLCON, has been really great because we don't have to explain cultural nuances and things like that, and we can talk about other issues besides just kind of our overarching wender and race.
In a show like this, you kind of get exposed to stories that wouldn't otherwise get that exposure. You get a pretty good mix of backgrounds here as well, which I think is pretty good, especially for younger kids to look at. So I know I would have loved having somebody who looked like me be able to tell me that I could do it.
The future is bright, in particular when it comes to areas of visual narrative, visual storytelling, comics, film, and marginalized communities.